Hey guys, Logan here. Welcome to another episode of LBFT. This is episode 12 of LBFT Season 3. The last LBFT episode I did just maybe half an hour ago was my thoughts on the Bills and Steelers game, where the Buffalo Bills came into Heinz Field and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers by a touchdown, 17-10. A low-scoring affair on Sunday Night Football. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about something different, or someone different, and that's Drew Brees, the quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. Last Monday Night Football, he broke another record. What record did he break this time? He broke Peyton Manning's record for the most all-time NFL passing touchdowns, surpassing him at 539 touchdowns, if I remember correctly. And by the way, for those of you that don't know, basically the New Orleans Saints beat the brakes off of the Indianapolis Colts 34-7, shutting them out until 3 minutes and 56 seconds of the game, if I remember correctly. Yeah, just shutting them out until near the end of the game. And Drew Brees, I mean, this is not the first record that Drew Brees has broke. Particularly Peyton Manning's record. Last year, on October 8th, I believe, on Monday Night Football, he broke Peyton Manning's record for the most all-time NFL career passing yards of 71,940 during the second quarter of the New Orleans Saints' 43-0 victory over the Washington Redskins on Monday Night Football. He set that mark with a 62-yard touchdown pass to Traquan Smith that gave the Saints a 26-6 lead. Now, I did an episode the next day on Drew Brees breaking Peyton Manning's record for the Peyton Manning's career passing yardage record. And it was on Monday Night Football. And then a couple of days, or a year, and I think a couple months later, Drew Brees broke another record for previously set by Peyton Manning. This time, for the most touchdown passes, with, what was it? I know it was at the end. I knew it was at the start of the second half. He broke Peyton Manning's all-time NFL passing touchdown record with a, what was it, 5-yard pass to Josh Hill? I remember, if I remember, I believe that's him. Yeah, I think that's Josh Hill that Drew Brees threw the football to. That was when Drew Brees broke Peyton Manning's record. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, it was a record-breaking game for Drew Brees. It was a great night for him. I mean, 29 of 30, 307 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, passer rating of 148.9, QBR of 97. And by the way, that one and only incompletion that he had was, I believe, the start of the second quarter, if I remember correctly. The very first play of the second quarter. Yeah. It might have been that. I believe it was. I'm just not sure. I just had to make sure that it was. I'm sorry, guys. I tried trying so hard. Okay, yeah, it was. The first play of the second quarter was an incompletion for Drew Brees. You know, Drew Brees passed short right to Alvin Kamara to Indianapolis 37-yard line for 6 yards. Or no, I'm sorry, my bad. I'm looking. No. I was looking at the previous play. No, Drew Brees passed incomplete short right to Michael Thomas. That was the one and only incompletion that Drew Brees has made in this game. Since then, he has made every single pass perfect. Every single pass that he has made since that one incompletion was perfect. As a matter of fact, he said, what was it? Since that incompletion, he made 22 consecutive completed passes. That's insane. Which I think sets an NFL record, if I'm not mistaken. Though it might not have set the NFL record. For the longest streak of completed passes. But yeah. I mean, it was very impressive. Even though the Saints were going up against a not so great Indianapolis Colts team, a team that was one game below 500, they were 6-7 going into this game, but still, yeah, Drew Brees. I mean, yeah. I'll give you some insights to demonstrate how great this man is. Drew Brees, I'm speaking of. He not only break Peyton Manning's record for the most NFL career passing touchdowns, but his 96.7 completion percentage was the highest in a single game in NFL history. The highest completion percentage in a single game in NFL history, set by Drew Brees. And if that wasn't enough, then this was his 120th career game with 300 plus passing yards, which is most in NFL history. And also, this was his 91st career game with 3 plus passing touchdowns, which is second most in NFL history. And furthermore, Drew Brees has tied Peyton Manning at 16 for the second most seasons with 20 plus passing touchdowns in NFL history. That is just awesome. Absolutely awesome. He was just flat out great this season. Now I will say, he's not the only standout in this game, but he is the main standout. But the other standout for me is Michael Thomas. I'll start off with him. I'll get to him. Michael Thomas. I mean, first of all, the man. I mean, Michael. He's proven to be the best receiver in football right now. I'm talking Michael Thomas. This brother, 12 receptions, 128 receiving yards, 1 touchdown, and has caught every pass that was thrown to him by Drew Brees. I mean, 12 out of 12. 12 receptions out of 12 targets. Man, oh man. Yeah, Michael Thomas, he's great. And But it's not the performance that he put up that was great. It was also some of the insights about Michael Thomas. Here it is. Michael Thomas, this is his 8th game with 10-plus receptions this season, most in a season in the Super Bowl era. And not only that, this is his 7th game with 10-plus receptions and 100-plus receiving yards this season, which is tied for most in a season in a Super Bowl era. And last but certainly not least, he has joined Hall of Famer Marvin Harrison and Antonio Brown as the only players with 450-plus receptions in a 4-season span. Do you have any idea how great Michael Thomas is as a receiver? If that doesn't show you how great if none of those insights show you how great Michael Thomas is as a receiver, I don't know what is, or what does, rather. Michael Thomas is the best wide receiver in football this season. He's proven that time and time and time again. Leading the NFL in receptions and receiving yards, and something else. I forgot exactly what else he led in, but I'm pretty sure there was a third one. But yeah, Michael Thomas, he was a great receiver. Absolutely incredible. Okay, targets. That's what he leads in. Receiving yards, receptions, and targets. Those are the three stats that Michael Thomas leads in. But again, it's not just stats that make him great. It's what he does on the field that make him great. What he has done this season. Although I might have switched that one thing up. It doesn't matter. Michael Thomas is still a great receiver. One of the greatest receivers in football that we have in the NFL. He's just that great. Alvin Kamara is not that bad either. He's no scrub. The brother can run the football. Hold on. Alvin Kamara, he's no scrub. 14, even though he only carried the ball 14 times and had 66 rushing yards, 4.7 yards per carry on average. Although, none of those stats were that great. I get all that, but Alvin Kamara has proven to be a really good running back. A damn good one, too. A damn good one. And also, let me talk about that Saints defense. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my goodness. That Saints defense, they showed up and showed out when it counted. I can't even tell you how significantly better the Saints have gotten since their loss to the 49ers. This is not the same San Francisco 49ers team that gave up 48 points and 546 total yards to the San Francisco 49ers last week. No, this Saints defense, this defense is for real. So much so that if they duplicate this, their next 2 or 3 games with their match, with how they performed defensively against the Colts, if they duplicate that performance to the next 2 games that they will be playing in, I'm telling you right now, the Saints might get the number 1 seed by the end of the season, assuming that they win their next 2 games, or 3. I would say 2. Drew Brees, going back to him, he was an all-time great quarterback. The The man has an entire career to prove that not only is he one of the greatest quarterbacks to have played the game today, but he has an entire career to prove that he's also, without question, a future Hall of Famer. Maybe not arguably first ballot Hall of Famer. Once he retires, of course. I mean, to me, he's a future first ballot Hall of Famer. He's just an all-time great quarterback. I love me some Drew Brees. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch in football, based on how he has conducted himself and how he has how he played the game of football at the quarterback position is something that and especially at the age of 40, I have rarely seen that nowadays. And I didn't even think that going into this game that he would not only pass Tom Brady for the second most NFL career passing touchdowns, but also pass Peyton Manning for the most NFL career passing touchdowns. I mean, not only did he surpass the 42-year-old quarterback for the second most, but he surpassed Peyton Manning, a retired NFL quarterback, for the most. So he surpassed two quarterbacks, and one of them is still playing actively. He's still playing, even at the age of 42. I mean, before Sunday, going into last Sunday, I thought that Tom Brady would be the first one to break Peyton Manning's record for the most passing touchdowns in NFL history, because the Patriots would play I think it was the Bengals. I'm not sure, but it doesn't really matter now. Whoever they beaten, Tom Brady didn't score more than 2 touchdowns, which puts him 1 touchdown shy of Peyton Manning for right now the second most touchdowns. Because the game that Tom Brady and the Patriots were playing in would happen the day before the Saints played the Colts. That was when I was like, I think Tom Brady has a chance to be the first quarterback to surpass Peyton Manning for the most career passing touchdowns. Yeah, that's what I thought, but he didn't, which kind of surprises me, because the Patriots, I believe they were going up against the Bengals, the worst NFL team in the league, period. It's not even a question. Not even the Washington Redskins, which I would argue is the most dysfunctional franchise in the NFL right now. That doesn't make them the worst NFL team. That doesn't make them the worst team in the NFL, though they are one of the worst teams because of the dysfunctionality that has been going on right now in the nation's capital. But that doesn't make them the worst team in the NFL. That honor goes to the Cincinnati Bengals. From top to bottom, they stunk up the joint, so to speak. And based on them being so horrid, being so anemic this season, so much so that it is beyond the realm of possibility that they will get the number 1 overall draft pick. Maybe Joe Burrow. He might be the number 1 overall draft pick for the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, that's not beyond the realm of possibility. Not saying it will happen, but I'm saying it's possible that could happen. But that's not the point. The point is, the Patriots went up against the Bengals, and based on the fact that they were going up against a 1-win Cincinnati Bengals squad, I thought Tom Brady would at least score 3 or 4 touchdowns to either tie or break Peyton Manning's record for the most career NFL passing touchdowns. But that didn't happen. And because that didn't happen, Drew Brees came in and not only surpassed Tom Brady, but surpassed Peyton Manning as well. We better start talking about, we better start putting Drew Brees in the conversation for greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. Putting him alongside with guys like, you could argue, Dan Marino, Joe Montana, arguably Tom Brady, because of the 6 Super Bowl rings that he has. You know, guys like them that are like viewed as the greatest quarterbacks of all time. But that's just me. That's just how I view it. So, yeah. Congratulations, Drew Brees, for breaking the all-time NFL passing touchdown passes in NFL history, previously set by by Peyton Manning. You now have 541 passes this season, or 541 in your entire career, which is the most in NFL history. So, congratulations, you absolutely deserve it. I've been rooting for you to break that record. I've been rooting for you to break that record, and you not only broke his record, but you went on to score an additional touchdown. Your 541st touchdown in your career. That's insane. That's saying a lot. I mean, that's awesome. I just can't believe you did that, Drew Brees. I just can't believe it, but you did. So, I love you, Drew Brees. You're awesome. I always enjoyed watching you play, watching you fling that football, and you're just awesome to watch. You're just one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game of football. At least I've seen. The fact that you are still playing at an extreme, at an elite level, and I mean, hold on, let me take that back. The fact that you are at the age of 40 and you're still playing at an extremely high level. Maybe not on the level that Aaron Rodgers is at, but you're still playing at an elite level at the age of 40. Man, I mean, what else is there to say? What else is there to say? There's not much. Probably nothing at all. Just other than the man is great, and I gotta give credit where credit is due. So again, congratulations, Drew Brees. You deserve to break that record. It's an award that is meant to be broken by you. And I mean, last year you broke Peyton Manning's all-time NFL career yardage record, and then this year you broke another record from Peyton Manning. This time on all-time NFL passing touchdown record. So that's really awesome. It's really amazing to see that. I just love it. Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on Drew Brees' record-breaking game against the Indianapolis Colts, breaking Peyton Manning's NFL career passing touchdown record. I will see you guys in the next episode of LBFT. Plus, I will upload 2 trailer reactions for tonight after I'm through with this episode. So stay tuned for that one. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it that like button to click, and if you'd like to see future videos from me, make sure to press up there to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on that bell icon so that you'll get notified about my latest videos. Have a great day, and as always, fight the good fight.